Hello viewers, today we will see the topic organizing. Organizing is the process of identifying and grouping the activities required to attain the objectives, delegating authority, creating responsibilities, and establishing relationships for people to work effectively. As a process, organization refers the process of determining, arranging, grouping, and assigning the activities to be performed for the attainment of objectives. Thus, the organization is a mechanism or structure which helps the activities to be performed effectively. The organization is established for the purpose of achieving the business objectives. We have so many definitions, one among them, according to Coons and O'Donnell, he defined organizing as the grouping of activities necessary to attain objectives. The assignment of each grouping to a manager with authority necessary to supervise it, and the provision for the coordination horizontally and vertically in the enterprise structure. Likewise, according to McFarland, an identified group of people contributing their efforts towards the attainment of goals is called an organization. The next is nature of organizing. The main characteristics of an organization is common objectives, specialization or division of labor, authority of structure, group of persons, coordination, environment, rules and regulations. So when we talk about common objectives is one of the nature, every organization exists to achieve some common objectives. All efforts of the organization are directed towards this goal. Specialization or division of labor. What it is? The total work of an organization is divided into functions and sub-functions to get the benefits of the specialization. And the task will be carried out easily without any interaction because they have that particular skills specialized in that work. So division of labor is very important nature of organizing. And the third is authority of structure. There is an arrangement of positions into a graded series. The authority and responsibility of each position is defined in the form of structure. The chain of superior and subordinate relationship is known as chain of command. Group of persons. An organization is basically a group of persons, as you all know. Therefore, the activity of group and authority provisions must take into account the limitation and customs of people. People constitute the dynamic human element of an organization. When we tell organizing is coordination, there is a mechanism for coordinating the different activities and parts of an organization so that it functions as an integrated whole. And the next nature is communications. Every organization has its own channel of communication, as you all know. These channels are necessary for mutual understanding and cooperation among members of an organization. And the next nature is environment. An organization functions in an environment comprises of economic, social, political, and legal factors. Therefore, it must be designed to work efficiently in a changing environment. Then when we talk about rules and regulations, for effective functioning of an organization, it should have some rules and regulations. Such rules and regulations may be in written form or implied form or customary behavior. So that's all about nature of organizing. And the next topic is process or level of organization. The organization process involves like determination of activities, grouping of activities, assignment of duties, delegation of authority, establishment of structural relationship, coordination of activities. What is determination of activities? It is very first step to identify the work that must be done to achieve the goals. The entire work is divided into different activities, and again each activity is subdivided into various sub-activities which can be carried out by a single individual. It must be ensured that no single activity is left out and no unnecessary activity is included. That is very important. And the second step is grouping of closely related and similar activities to form department, division, or sections. Grouping is done on the basis of functions, process, locations, product, customers. Generally, grouping is done on the basis of functions in a manufacturing industry. Such grouping of activity is known as departmentation. After grouping the activities, the next step we have to carry out is assignment of duties. So after grouping the activities, the groups are assigned to different managers and such as production manager, marketing manager, financial manager, personnel manager, etc. In other words, each group of related activities is assigned to a person most suited for it. The specified persons are specialized in their respective field. This assignment of activities is done at all levels of operations. It makes the organization to successfully achieve the organizational objectives. And the fourth one is that is after assignment of duties or allotment of duties to a specified person is followed by the delegation of authority. It will be very difficult for a person to perform the duties effectively if there is no authority to do it. Each person has authority and the responsibility to perform assigned duties. Authority and responsibility should be properly balanced. Authority without responsibility is dangerous. Responsibility without authority is like an empty vessel. So both authority and responsibility should be balanced in the organization. And the next step, that is fifth step, is establishment of structural relationship. The relationship between various positions and channel of communications should be clearly defined when a group of persons works together for a common goal. The relationship between different departments and different personnel must be clearly established. The structural relationship in the organization is clearly shown with the help of organizational chart and manuals. Therefore, an effective communication channel between different departments and individuals must be established. And the next step is coordination of activities. So this is the last step in the levels or process of organizing. In order to get the optimum performance, coordinating is necessary because there must be a separate and responsible person to see whether all activities are going and accomplish the objectives of the organization or not. So coordination of activities is very important in organization to see whether the objectives have been accomplished or not. So here the next topic is purpose or importance of organizing. So what is facilitate the administration? Here it is. Facilitate administration. So here, when we talk about administration, administration aims to earn the highest profit by utilizing the available resources properly. A properly designed organization facilitates both management and operation of the enterprise. It provides the proper division of labor, consistent delegation of authority, and clear authority relationship. Organization is the mechanism through which managers direct, coordinate, and control the business. So organizing helps in facilitating the administration. Then it also, the next purpose or importance is it increases the efficiency of management. A good organization will exhaust the workers' ability fully and utilize the resources effectively. That is more important in organization. A well-designed organization arranges the various activities in such a way to avoid delay, duplication, and confusion in performance and removes friction among the personnel. It automatically motivates the employees who are working in an organization and increases the efficiency of management. Organization also helps in facilitating growth and diversification. As you all know, the structure of organization defines the structure of the enterprise. The growth of business means an increase in the scale of operation, but the diversification means the start of production of a new type of products. Sound organization helps in keeping the various activities under control and it increases the capacity to do more work. The enormous size and diversification of activities of an enterprise or the direct outcome of the organizing ability of the management. So in this way, organizing helps in improving the organization. It makes the organization to have a growth and diversify, etc. And the next importance is to ensure optimum use of man and material resources. Division of work and specialization are the tool for achieving the objectives of optimum use of man and material resources. Optimum use of human resources is achieved by providing psychological satisfaction to employees. In a well-designed organization, the detailed job specifications are prepared in order to match the job with the man. Consequently, right persons are placed for the right job at the right time with suitable knowledge and skills. There are proper channels of promotion and development. In this way, a sound organization helps the optimum use of man and material resources in an enterprise. And the next, it facilitates coordination and communication. The activities of different department or group together to achieve the business objectives. Therefore, a better coordination between various departments is achieved. It also provides a proper channel of communication for the coordination of activities of different departments. Organizing also make use of technological innovation in an optimum way. A sound organization structure is not rigid. It is flexible and always provides an adequate scope for innovative changes in the enterprise by modifying authority and responsibility relationship in the wake of new development. If the new technology is adopted by the enterprise, the maximum benefit will be obtained in any field. And the next one is it stimulates creativity and initiative. A sound organization stimulates creative thinking and initiative that provides for well-defined areas of work with a provision for the development of new and improved ways of doing things. It provides an opportunity for the staff to show their talent which is hidden, which will help the enterprise to achieve the business goals with higher rate of profit. A clear distribution of authority and responsibility in incentives offered for the specialized work and freedom given to personal work increase the spirit of constructive and creative approach in management. And the next one is, that is last one is facilitate the development of managerial ability. In a sound organization, the managerial personnel are trained to acquire a wide and varied experience in diverse activities through job rotation and making them responsible to accept the various challenges to be faced by the organization. They may be even ready to handle top positions when required. So that's all about purpose or importance of organization. Here come formal organization. We have both formal and informal organization. So first we will discuss about formal organization. So as you all know, formal organization is typically consists of a classical hierarchical structure in which position, responsibility, authority, then accountability and the line of command are clearly defined and established. So it is a system of well-defined jobs with a prescribed pattern of communication, coordination, delegation of authority. So here we have definition. According to Allen, the formal organization is a system of well-defined jobs, each bearing a definite measure of authority, responsibility, accountability. Hence, the formal organization, actually it is flexible. The duties are given with the required amount of authority and responsibility to carry out the job assigned for each and every person. It creates the coordination between workers to achieve the common goal. The interrelationship of staff members can be shown in the organization chart and manuals under formal organization. So when we talk about characteristics of formal organization, it is flexible, that's properly planned. It is based on the principles of division of labor, already we discussed, and efficiency in operations. It concentrates more on the performance of the job, but not on the individual performing the jobs. So it concentrates more on the performance of jobs. Organization charts are usually drawn in the formal organization because that shows the exact authority, responsibility, accountability, and all. Then coordination among members and their control are well specified in this formal organization through process, procedure, rules, etc. The responsibility, as I said, no responsibility and accountability at all levels of organization is clearly defined. Then unity of command is normally maintained in the formal organization. So here we have some advantage also. It motivates the employees. It gives a sense of security. It is more stable organization which can be ensured, less depend on one man. Then since the definite boundary of each worker is clearly defined, conflict among the workers is automatically reduced. Overlapping of responsibility is easily avoided. So likewise, we have advantage for formal organization. When we talk about the informal organization, as you all know, it is an organization which establishes the relationship on the basis of members' interaction, communication, personal likings and dislikings, and social contact. within as well as outside the organization. It arises naturally on the basis of friendship or some common interest which may not be related with work. For example, the typists working in different departments may form the informal group due to similarity of work, common language, common hobby, common habits may also lead to informal organization. So it exists under the formal organization also. The informal organization gives a greater job satisfaction to the individual and result maximum production. So in simple, it is a network of social group based on friendship. It's called informal organization. Here, when we talk about characteristics, it arises without any external cause, that is voluntarily. It is natural outcome at the workplace. It is created on the basis of some similarity. I said no, maybe common language, common hobby, common habits, how the typist in the organization forming an informal group. So it is created on the basis of some similarity among the members. The basis may be age, gender, place of birth, caste, religion, likings, disliking, etc. Informal organization has no place in the organizational chart. It is one of the part of the total organization. It has no structure and definiteness of informal organization. A person may become a member of several organizations at the same time. And here the rules and traditions of informal organization are not written, but they are commonly followed. So here also we have advantage. Since the internal organization gives satisfaction to the worker, it motivates worker and maintain the stability of the work. It fills up the gap and it brings down all the deficiency of the formal organization. It fills up the gap among ability of the managers. The presence of informal organization encourages the executives to plan the work correctly and accordingly. It is one of the useful channel of communication. At the same time, we have some disadvantage in informal organization. Actually, there are counterproductive. They may stand in the way of organization achieving the objectives on their own. It indirectly reduces the effort of management to promote the greater productivity. It spreads rumor, that is very important. It spreads a rumor among workers regarding the functioning of organization unnecessarily. So that's all about informal and formal organization. So here, organization chart. Why organization chart is prepared? It is prepared for the purpose of describing the organization structure clearly. It shows the organization relationship and activities within an organization. We have many definitions. Here, according to J. Batty, he defined organization chart is a diagrammatic representation of the framework or structure of an organization. So when we talk about types, we have three types. Vertical, otherwise known as top-down, horizontal or left to right chart, circular or concentric chart. So the first one is vertical chart. So here this diagram shows how the vertical chart will be. It shows the organization structure in the form of a pyramid. So here you can see on the top chairman, then managing director, then we have production manager, marketing and personnel manager. Then beneath them we have supervisor for operation A, B, C. Then if we divide further, It goes like workman 1, 2, 3. So it shows the organization structure in the form of a pyramid. The lines of communication flow from top level to bottom in a vertical lines. This vertical chart is in the form of a graph. In this chart, the highest position is placed on the top, next highest follows the next highest one, and so on. And the next one is horizontal left to right, otherwise known as left to right. So here you can see it is from left and it goes on to the right. The chart in which the lines of a command are following horizontally instead of vertical is known as horizontal chart. There is no much difference between vertical or horizontal chart. In this chart, the highest position is shown at the extreme left and the lowest position extreme right. And the next one is circular or concentric. So here you can see it is in circular way. In middle we can see channel. The next circle, it is divided into different department managers and so on. So in this chart, the position of the top executive is shown in the center of the chart. Subordinate of this top executive are shown in all directions outward from the center. Such a chart is better representation of the personal relationship as it eliminates the status implication. So that's all about this organizational chart. Thank you, viewers. We will see the next topic in the next slide. Thank you once again.